there was actually one play in between when they got a holding. So one of them, the throw to Tyler Johnson came on 1st and 20. It is money, money, money. And this man says average.
Skip, okay.
And listen, the New York Giants on defense, do you realize they're tied for 7th in sacks, so they can bring heat. They had 18 going into the game. They got 2 more last night. Tell me that Jabril Peppers is no good at safety because he was all over the field. He had 10 total tackles last night. Tell me James Bradbury is no good at corner.
Skip.
All he is the best corner in football.
Graded by Pro Football Focus.
Okay,
right?
well, all I know is
so let me guess. So you taking Bradbury over Gilmore? You taking Bradbury over Pat Peterson?
He's playing the highest level. He's playing the highest level. Well, how about Logan Ryan? Is he any good? The man who made the tackle to put my quarterback, Dak Prescott, out for the season. And how about Blake Martinez? Every time I looked up last night, he's making another tackle. That defense is pretty good. Look at all the low scores they held. The Rams to 17, the Bears to 17.
You keep telling me they lost these close games. That's what bad teams do. They find ways to lose.
Bad teams get blown out like the Dallas Cowboys get blown out. That's bad team.
Skip. Tom Brady played average. Jim, do we have any footage? Do we have any footage from last night? Any footage? Yeah, I just want to see a few things. So because I just want to see this. I don't even want to talk. How long was Mike Evans open?
That was a hellacious great throw. That was just good defense.
It was no good defense.
Come on. What are you talking about? It hit him right in the hands. Peppers got there and knocked it away.
Look how long Mike Evans is open. Mike Evans is open. He has to stop
it. That's the biggest hyper criticism I've ever heard. I'm glad you showed that play.
I am.
I'm glad you showed it.
What about that right there?
Okay, he didn't like what. Do you want another pick six? Do you want another pick six?
So if he throws the ball, you hate throwaways.
What do they always say about Tom Brady? The people who really know football say he is best at missing his incompletions that aren't dangerous.
Well,
he's a careful misser.
Well, I don't know anything about football, but this is what I do know. I know you killed Aaron Rodgers for throwaways. When Tom Brady throw the ball away, oh, what do you want to do, throw a pick six?
Okay, Aaron Rodgers, for 4 straight years, led the league by far in throwaways.
Who led last year?
Because he'll just take a look and say,
Who led last year?
I don't love this.
Who led last year?
Who had the worst receiving core in football last year? Well, who did?
It's another excuse.
Okay, well, Aaron Rodgers didn't have the worst receiving core in football.
The Bucs won. But the Giants...
You know what? You know what Super Bowl teams do? You should know this because you were on one. When you have your C game, when you're looking ahead to an arch rival game the next Sunday night, if you go on the road and actually win a game that you didn't deserve to win, that's how you go win Super Bowls. That's how you get home field advantage.
That's the exact same thing that you and Michael Irvin said when the Cowboys came back and beat the Falcons. This game can launch them. And they went right up the next week to Seattle and got beat again. So that doesn't have anything to do with this. But I like what the Giants put something on tape. That what you can do is play a lot of what we would call, a lot of people call it cover 5. We call it 22-man, 22 trail. Is that we jump up underneath, we play 2 deep safeties, and we come get Tom Brady because he's not going anywhere. We don't have to worry about Tom Brady. Now, that's a coverage you would never play against Mahomes because he can run. Or any mobile quarterback, you wouldn't play this coverage. But because it's Tom Brady, and you look at it, Skip, they had the most success jumping in and out of cover 5. 22-man, played some 2. They got into trouble when they went to single high safety or they rushed 3. Don't rush 3 against Tom Brady. Guy's just going to uncover, and he's going to find the open guy. You must put pressure on Tom Brady, and you got to trust your DBs.
Okay? I want everybody out there to let this sink in. There was no Chris Godwin last night. He is easily Tom Brady's best target. He's his favorite target because he can run, and he can really hurt a defense short and long. Mike Evans is still fighting with a bad ankle, and he's a jump ball artist, and he's a red zone monster. So he mostly gets his targets in the red zone. So I want everybody to understand that Chris Godwin missed his 4th game in 8 games. And what did they resort to? A kid who got 2 targets at Chicago in the loss at Chicago named Jaden Mickens. He's an undrafted kid out of University of Washington, went to Dorsey High School right here in the Los Angeles area. and he's bounced around. He's now on his 4th NFL team, and he is the punt returner for Tom Brady's Buccaneers. Last night, he led them with 8 targets. I want the viewers to process this. The GOAT is playing with, as I used to say, 4 guys from Dorchester up in New England. This is one of those guys from Dorchester, and I'm not even sure he's from Dorchester. This is Jaden Mickens, the punt returner. He threw him 8 balls last night, and at the crucial 3rd and 4 in that final game-winning drive, he threw to Jaden Mickens, who had 2 targets coming in and got 8, the most any Buccaneer last night. And Tom Brady won a game they didn't deserve to win because he was outstanding as usual in the 4th quarter when it mattered. Yet another game-winning drive. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that was the 30th time in his career he's come from 10-plus points down to win a game. That is the NFL record by 3 over Peyton Manning and over your friend Dan Marino. Just process that, Mr. Average.
Skip, I don't know if you noticed this, but most punt returners are wide receivers.
I don't know that because a lot of them don't play wide receiver. They just return punts.
Jakeem Grant, the guy that the only punt return that was returned.
Wonder how many targets he has.
Let me ask you a question. Tyreek Hill. Has Tyreek Hill, that's how he started his career.
He doesn't always return punts.
That's how he started his career. He was a punt returner before he was a receiver.
Well, I think I'd put him at receiver after what I saw at Oklahoma State. Did you ever watch him? Did you watch what he did to Oklahoma?
Skip, I'm just telling you what he was, Skip.
Okay.
He's turned himself into a...
Jaden, are you trying to make a case that Jaden Mickens should beat out Chris Godwin or Antonio Brown? You realize...
So what was Antonio Brown?
You realize Chris Godwin is coming back for Sunday night, and you realize Antonio Brown was waiting in Tampa, getting ready to practice and be eligible to play next Sunday night. What do you think will happen? Let me ask you this. Do you think Jaden Mickens will get another target this year?
I'm sure he will.
He will not. He will not get another target because little Scotty Miller is going to have a hard time getting targets from here on, and he has been a primary target for Tom Brady to this point.
Scotty Miller will get targets because Brady trusts him. He runs great routes. He's good run after catch. So he's going to get opportunities. Maybe that, Skip, obviously, when you have this many players on the field, Godwin comes back healthy, Mike Evans gets healthy, Antonio Brown, obviously, it's going to be hard to spread the ball around to everybody. There might be a game that Mike Evans has 10 targets. The next game he might have 3 to 4. That's just the way it rolls when you have, it's kind of like Kansas City. That's a great problem to have because you get Tyreek one game, get 10 targets. You get Kelsey might get 10. Mecole Hardman might get 6. That's a great problem to have. But, Skip, the thing that makes teams really good is that you just can't hone in on one person. You see Mahomes, he spread the ball around to Robinson. You're like, you ain't thrown to Robinson all year. Robinson got a touchdown. Mecole Hardman, you don't know if he's going to run deep or they're going to jet sweep him. Obviously, Tyreek and Kelsey's going to get the opportunities. But what makes Brady the really great quarterbacks great is that they'll spread the ball around. They don't really, of course, rubber needs to meet the road. He's probably going to look for Gronk because Gronk is the one that he's played the most with and he has the most confidence in. Although, Mike Evans is great in his own right, Antonio Brown, but when the rubber needs to meet the road, he will find Gronk, and he will throw the ball to Gronk.
All I know is I'll give you Kansas City's elite weapons. But in the NFC, if Antonio has his legs, which I believe he will have his legs immediately against New Orleans, I pity defensive coordinators going forward because I don't know whom you double. Is it Mike Evans? Is it Antonio Brown in the slot? Is it Chris Godwin? Or is it Gronk? Who are you going to double? The Giants last night said, we are taking Gronk away from you. They doubled him the whole game. And finally, Brady said, heck with it, I'm going to him anyway. And the first throw to Gronk, go look, it's doubled. And he beat the double coverage. And Brady said, I'm going to just zing it right down the middle and split the double with the throw.
Well, I think the thing is that the play action, and even though I don't know why they were stepping up because I thought the Giants front four did a great job and Martinez was doing a great job containing the run. It was almost like when we used to play Peyton Manning, there's like, pray he sticks the ball, pray the running back has the football. Because the moment you play action and that running back doubles up and he doesn't have the ball, Peyton's going to throw the ball right behind your ear. And that's what happened. Give those guys credit. But I thought playing two-man against Brady because Brady is not mobile. He's not going anywhere, Skip. You're going to make him, force him to make, look, we know what he can do. But we're going to force you to make tight throws throughout the entirety of the game. And when they did that, they won some. And that's what you have to do. But I thought Bruce Arians was really smart to take that field goal, Skip, because Tom Brady wanted to go for it. And he's like, you know what?
let's take this field goal, make them drive down the field, make them get a 2-point conversion. Because if you don't, you get stopped there, Skip, and they go down and get a touchdown. Now, you need a touchdown to come back.
I immediately tweeted, kick it.
Yeah.
But why were they forced to kick it? Why was Tom Brady unhappy in the bigger picture? It's because it came down to 3rd and 1. And by the way, I thought Fournette actually got the first down. I thought they gave him a bad spot. But I think we have this play. On 3rd and 1, what did they do? He turned and handed it to Fournette, and it got completely blown up.
Yes.
Okay? Who is the greatest quarterback sneaker in the history of football? It is Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr., and he should have been allowed to sneak that. It was a half yard. He would have gotten it on the sneak. I just believe in him. I never see him not get the yard, and I think he was mad they didn't get it, and I think he probably, if you'd allowed him to, he would have snuck it on.
It was going to be close. I think they were playing him for the sneak. And, you know, for that, you've got a 240-pound running back, Skip.
But he tiptoes too much. Ronald Jones will hit the hole.
Well, Ronald Jones did. Once he fumbled, Ronald Jones didn't see the field
doghouse
again.
last night. And again, the pass got tipped. It hit him in the hands, but it was sort of going.
And that's what happened, Skip.
Whirly bird.
He caught the pass, and he's like, there's nobody around. I'm trying to get up. And when you're trying to get up, Skip, the ball comes away from your body.
And he never had a real hold of it. And Blake Martinez just
pulled
said,
it out.
I got it.
Yes, he just pulled it out. The guy made a great play.
And that was a quick gift touchdown, and you're playing uphill the rest of the game.
It gave him confidence. It definitely gave the Giants confidence.
Yep.
All
Way to
right,
go.
so now we wait. Saints-Bucks, Week 1 rematch. Tom looking a little bit different this time around, guys. And you know who might be missing Tom Brady? His old team. They're struggling, and Bill Belichick has an interesting theory why. We'll tell you what he said after the break.